Sorry, yeah, the other bit I wanted to mention about Mandela's house was what we sometimes take for granted. I know, obviously, I'm not South African. Not well. I don't believe in country names anymore because we don't know the place. Well, the place I'm standing on, I don't know what its real name is because it was named by somebody else, and I'm sure it's had plenty of names throughout history. So why should I stick to one just because that's what everyone else has agreed upon calling this place? But anyway, that's another point I wanted to make was that the struggle that when you go to these type of historical places, that you see the struggle that people have had to go through to get to a place that they are now. Although it's interesting when I was speaking to my brother-in-law, he was saying that that not much has really changed. Obviously, there's freedom and that, but the struggle of living, of accommodation, of eating, and all that kind of stuff. It's just that there is freedom now in South Africa for everyone. That's obviously that's changed, but yeah, that made me think about those things that often you can have like struggle, revolution or struggle, whatever, but you just the power just gets replaced by another person. So it's the same thing. It's just a different person in charge, you know. Just say your person who's in charge, and yet there's still the same corruption. There's still the same fact that everyone has to struggle for things. I don't think that's ever going to change though, but yeah, it does. I think sometimes, especially like in South Africa, people born after apartheid, a long time after it, they won't realise how life used to be here, how difficult it was, that people used to have to walk on the other sides of streets, that people weren't allowed to have interracial relationships, the black South Africans, indigenous people of this country were treated as second-class citizens. Is probably not enough, not strong enough word, but yeah, everyone knows the history of apartheid in South Africa, or if they don't, they need to find it. The thing is, like, we do need to remember these things, but I think what we often forget is that it seems to stop. Yeah, we need to remember these things so we don't repeat them again, but we need to learn more than just than not repeating the same mistakes. Is correcting these other things that never get corrected. This idea of government, of middle class or rich people controlling the power of everyone else, people possessing things, like water and electricity and all that kind of stuff that is been given to us freely here. We found it here, whether you believe in God or not. Who has the right to say that it's theirs just because they invented some device that manages to capture it, or because they inherited the land, probably through bad ways, or or even these people, these days, the millionaires that have all these companies. Yeah, some of them started from nothing, but I'm sure a lot of them, they had wealth already. So how much blood was mixed up with that wealth? Yeah, I'm sure there's more I wanted to say, but it was a good experience to see those things. But I just think that the problem is we concentrate on that struggle, but we don't. That's what I'm saying. We stop. We don't concentrate on all the other issues, the issues of housing, the issues of medicine, the issues of food, the issues of all these other things that are just as important as, well, they're part of your freedom. You're not truly free if you live in a place that was freely given to you, but you have to pay for it. I mean, come on. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that these things have been usurped, and why are we standing for it? It's like when you talk to people understand that the corruption in power, and people understand that the way that we do things is so wrong, but it's just how do you change thousands of years of indoctrination and ways things are. Anyway, take care, take it easy, God bless, peace.